Let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a massive breakthrough in medicine, something that could finally get life-saving cures out of the lab and to the people who need them. We're talking about a revolution, and it's all powered by AI. And believe me, it's changing everything. So it really all boils down to this one big question, right? You hear about these amazing medical discoveries all the time on the news, but have you ever wondered why they seem to just disappear? Why do they so rarely make it to you or me as patients? Well, that huge gap between the lab and the hospital, it's one of the biggest headaches in modern medicine. And this isn't just a theoretical problem. It has a massive price tag. Get this, $25 billion. That's how much it can cost a single healthcare system every year when promising research just fizzles out. Just think about that for a second. The amount of wasted potential, the resources, it's just staggering. And if that last number didn't get you, this one will. 95%. That's the failure rate for a huge chunk of precision medicine projects. You know, the really cutting-edge stuff. Therapies designed just for you, for your specific biology. Almost all of it never gets used. This is what the experts are talking about when they call it the clinical translation crisis. Okay, so let's put a name to the problem. Section 1, the clinical translation crisis. Really, all this means is that there's this huge gap between the brilliant science happening in a lab and actually using it to help people in a hospital. It's like the future of medicine is just stuck in a massive traffic jam. So what's causing this gridlock? Well, it's a whole obstacle course. First, you've got all the red tape from regulators. Then you've got to figure out how to plug this new tech into ancient hospital systems. Then you have to prove without a doubt that it actually works. And even after all that, you have to convince busy doctors to change how they do things and adopt these new tools. It's a really tough, system-wide problem. But what if there was a way to just clear that traffic jam for good? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. A new kind of technology is popping up that does exactly that. So let's get into section 2 and see how this special kind of AI, agentic AI, is literally decoding our biology to fix this whole mess. Okay, to get how this AI works, we have to talk about something called the transcriptome. Now, don't let the name scare you. The easiest way to think about it is like a real-time instruction manual for your body. It's constantly sending out messages, telling your cells what to do right now. You know, grow, fight this bug, fix that cut. All the secrets to what's happening inside you at this very moment are written in there. And that's where agentic AI comes into play. Just imagine a team of super smart digital medical specialists who never sleep. Their only job? To read that incredibly complex instruction manual, the transcriptome, at a speed and scale that is just, well, it's completely superhuman. No person could ever do it. So how does it actually work? It's pretty straightforward when you break it down. Step 1, the AI just plows through mountains of biological data. Step 2, it starts spotting these tiny, hidden patterns, stuff that our brains would just never, ever see. And finally, step 3, and this is the real magic, it takes those patterns and gives doctors a roadmap, guiding them to the right diagnosis and the right treatment for that one specific patient. Okay, so that's the theory. That's how it's supposed to work. But what does this actually mean for you and me, for real patients? Let's jump into section 3 and talk about the most important part, the absolutely revolutionary results we could see. Look, we all know that medical errors happen, and they're a huge cause of harm. It's a scary thought. But check this out. With this AI helping out, the analysis projects a 75 to 90% drop in those errors. I mean, that's not just a little better. That's a complete game changer for patient safety. And the jump in accuracy is, well, it's just as wild. We're talking about a 400 to 900% improvement in getting the diagnosis right. Think about what that means. It's the difference between being sick and worried for months versus getting the right answer right away. Huge. And this number here, this is all about something we can all understand: time. Waiting for answers. This tech could slash the time it takes to get a diagnosis by 80 to 95%. If you or anyone you love has ever been sick, you know that shortening that time of just waiting and wondering, it's not just helpful, it's absolutely life-changing. All right, section 4. A breakthrough this big isn't just about saving lives, right? It's also a massive business opportunity. We're talking about a $285 billion opportunity. And honestly, that's the financial engine that's pushing all this incredible development forward so fast. And that $285 billion isn't just one thing. It's spread out across a few key areas. You've got the AI platforms themselves, you have the systems that help doctors make better choices, and of course, that whole booming field of precision medicine we talked about earlier. It's a huge market. So what's really lighting a fire under all this growth? It's a big shift in healthcare called value-based care. And all that really means is that hospitals are starting to get paid for how healthy they make you. They get rewarded for good outcomes. So suddenly, there's a massive financial reason for them to adopt any tech, like this AI, that actually works better. Okay, but let's be real, no revolution is that easy. To get the full picture, we have to look at the challenges too. So Section 5 is all about the hurdles on the horizon. So here are the big risks, and more importantly, how people are trying to solve them. First, you've got doctors who might be resistant, and that's fair. So the key is to make this AI a partner, a tool that helps them, not something that replaces them. Then there's the government and regulatory slowdowns. The solution there is to work with agencies like the FDA from the very beginning. And finally, the big one, safety. And for that, there's just no shortcut. It's all about tons of testing and always having human experts in the loop. You know, when you boil it all down, the grand vision here is really captured perfectly in this quote from the analysis. It talks about the fundamental transformation of healthcare, from the old way of doing things to this new world of AI-enhanced precision medicine. What does that actually mean? It means we're finally moving away from one-size-fits-all medicine and into a future where your care is built just for you. And that really leaves us with one final, pretty wild question to think about. As all of this tech keeps getting better and better, you have to wonder, is it possible that in the not-so-distant future, an AI could become the most important member of your medical team? Something to chew on.